Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, bud. It's coming along. Coming along. Stream is starting. One sec, just got to throw a shout out on the social medias. It is 11:56 a.m. This is perfect. Mission 3. Give me a sec, y'all. And a good morning. And let's do it. Alright. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Mitterin Hollow. Where'd the planet go? There it is. Look at that puppy roll, man. It's daylight, night, daytime, nighttime, nighttime, daytime, over and over and over again. Got my cup of coffee. Let's see what we got going on in our inventories here. I got the sea worms, bourbon, gin, meta alloys, Thargoid link, sensor, and a probe. Ancient mug, ancient key, ancient mug, HUD mug. Panta prayer sticks. George Pantanaz. We still got a little bit more room. 8 more slots of cargo space. And we're going to need it. Alright, right now we are going to head to Delta Pavonis. We went to Epsilon Indy. That's where we're at. We're going to... Only just sustaining life is the indigenous life forms of this arid planet are very hardy. Good. We're going there, buddy. We are going. Ah! Do that. Let's see what we got going on. One thing we got going on. Let's see. Alright. Delta Pavonis sells Delta Pavonis ear grubs. And I want some. I think that's what they are. Delta Pavonis ear grubs. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Market. Rare goods. Ear grubs. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Keep the shit nice and cool. Hooper Relay is where we're going.
Heat sink deployed.
Hooper relay. Okay. What to do, what to do. Hope y'all having a good day. I know I am. Got some good sleep. Got some good sleep. Cat's still asleep. It's been like 8 hours, 9 hours. How does that work? Now, the big problem I see right now is that I have a lot of cargo, some of which needs corrosive racks. Now, if there comes a time where I need a combat ship, I'm going to have a problem with that, because obviously my combat ship doesn't have 48 slots of cargo, or 32 slots of cargo. When I get to Colonia, that's where my combat crate's at. I've already had it shipped up there. So that could present an issue. I don't think I'll need a combat ship. I hope not. It would make more sense that I would need it, but guess we'll see, won't we? This thing is fast though, so I got that. This ship is hell's butt.
Delacey Golf Uniform Romeo. Landing permission will be granted upon request. Welcome to this Federal Starport, Commander.
Thank you.
Permission authorized. Proceed to landing pad 4-1.
Excellent. I appreciate it.
Scan detected.
Yeah. Imagine if I lost all this crap. Holy crap, man. That'd be... Where is she at? 4-1. Did I not see it? It didn't. Okay, here we go. Just as suspected. There should be some sort of thing that notifies you when the landing pad is right at the entrance. Some sort of icon or...
Caution, extend landing gear.
Landing gear
Maybe they should
deployed.
tell you, by the way, Commander, your landing pad is right inside this slot. First pad, something.
Landing complete. Deploying ground services.
Excellent. We're Hooper Railer, honored to have you here. As we're experiencing economic boom, now's a good time to take advantage of any trade opportunities. Work, continue, getting eaten up. Huh. So I don't understand why. Huh. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to start cutting down to just buying one a piece, but that's alright. So you can't sell. I can actually. It's just what I don't understand is with these rares is wherever I take them. Notice that I could buy and sell them everywhere I go, and I don't quite understand how that's working. Wherever I take them, I can buy them from the station as well. Let's see if we could. Oh, you can't. Weird. It's always telling me the profit that I'll make by selling them. Okay. Huh. That is strange. Really, Hut Mug only 800? Get out of here. It's my mug, keeping it forever, bud. These Blood Wars really increasing in price, aren't they? That's interesting. Interesting to see how much they're worth. We are going to go to Colonia, and we're going to steal that unstable data core that's up there. It's in Colonia. There's a crash ship. It talks about Thargoid experimentation on humans and kidnapping and this stuff. And nobody knows what this unstable data core does. The one that's at the crash ship in Colonia. Nobody knows what it does yet. Nobody's been able to find a use for it, or a client who wants to buy it. Nobody knows. So we're going up there stealing that thing once we get there. Probably have to put some few dumb fires. That thing is super well guarded. Alright, so we got our grubs. Now you may ask yourself, what the hell is a Delta Pavonis ear grub? Well, let's look. Pavonis ear grubs. Native to the harsh desert climate, these unpleasant creatures will burrow into any soft surface, including flesh, to avoid the sun. The resemblance of a walking human ear lead to their name. Some slavers use these grubs as a restrainer for their captives. Attaching a dormant, extra ear to the forehead of their slave can be remotely triggered. Hey, what up, fellow nomad? Mr. Puff Daddy, my main man. How you doing, man? Don't want to do that. I will definitely be.
Incoming message.
Hey, brought me to cordial. How you doing, man? Chilling. Big 07 to you as always. Also, Puff, you said you had an experiment you wanted to try with my Thargoid tools. Well, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to make it, drop it on the table quick, man, because I'm gonna be leaving fairly soon. I hoped that we would meet one day, someday. Me too. Pete Soufflet. Courier job. I don't care about courier jobs. Okay. Next up, let me take a look at the market. Yeah, roger that. I'll hop in Discord for you, with you. There you are. What up, big dog? Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
present
can
to
you hear
you
me?
Commander Puffler. Yes, I can.
Good.
Yes, I can. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I had to mute the the stream because it was overlapping and then.
Oh yeah, double
confusing.
talk. Yeah.
So let me think for a second. I had a bunch of threads in my mind
Okay.
on multiple topics, and I have to sort it out. But the experiment was something like. So it was using I think it's the probe is it the one that sends out the EMP?
I believe the probe is, yeah.
All right, so
Probe
the
does the
key
EMP,
was,
unknown link does the GPS.
the key, the first part that I remember right off the bat is that you had to
Landing
take it out of the cargo hold,
Detach complete. Clear for egress.
honk it, it starts charging the EMP.
Right.
Immediately you go on the right panel and you initiate ship reboot so that the EMP catches you mid reboot somehow, right?
Okay.
All right, and there was something else. There was something else because the main purpose of this was to somehow, basically have the ship
FSC
systems and enable you to somehow trick the permit locks or some permit locks.
Oh, weird. Okay. Huh.
But these are two things that, or well, there are multiple things that mess with your ship systems. The probe EMP is one of them, Another one is White Dwarf and Neutron Star jet cones. So I'm trying to hang on to this kind of effect on the ship.
So
'Cause,
you're saying maybe go to like Polaris and try to use this probe to initiate some sort of lift on that
yeah,
permit.
hopefully. And last time I checked, I think it worked. I hope the Thargoid toys are not the kind of commodity that you eject and they start dying slowly.
They can
They lose
definitely be
health?
lost, that's for sure, which is worrying
But they
because I
do.
only have one
Do
of
they
each.
degrade?
I don't think they degrade, no.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's the whole thing because you'd have to keep it outside of your cargo hold for a while, and
Right. Which is
cargo in general
terrifying
degrades
right
over
now
time.
because those things are
It's
a
it
pain to get.
Yeah, it wouldn't be in any danger, but I'm also curious. I'm gonna test myself because I've been thinking about this for a while to take one of each toys and um, get them out near either or a black hole, neutron star, see how they behave.
Yeah. Me and I think it was Mapu Dan tried it at Maya B.
Hmm.
Didn't really seem to get any extra image and or extra anything. Nothing special, is anything to say.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, what's that planet called? Dark's Hollow. Interesting. See, my main worry, dude, is that I mean, I have all sorts of stuff on here now. You know what I mean? I'm like loaded with a lot of time and effort, and my big worry is that I lose one of the Thargoid things, and that is concerning because I have Guardian stuff on here that I don't really care to go back and to go get in more Guardian. You know what I mean? Like if I lose things, specifically Thargoid related stuff, then I have to go get them again. And I mean, with all this Guardian tech, I can't do that because Thargoids will fucking kill me.
But what are you planning to do with the items?
I am going to Colonia.
Oh,
That's right. What's up, Wheelan? Welcome to the stream, bud. I was right on time, I think. I'm going to Colonia with them. Getting some more of those missions from Fortuna. And I've been coming to find that people are like, oh, that's not anything too special. The Rhea, the system Rhea, which is funny, that's another Greek god, has them and something. I don't really care. I'm going anyways. My thought process is this: that there is potential that there's potential that Raxla is an actual item that can be possessed, like that you can keep and hide and hold and take with you, and that or that it really revolves around Jacko. Jacko being a cyborg, an AI of sorts. That either he found Raxla out there in Colonia and tried to stay hidden, but was discovered, or two, that he took Raxla or whatever the hell and took it out there in an effort to hide it. And
Landing gear deployed.
and that I can find it with the Thargoid tools.
Touchdown sequence complete. Dispatching ground crew. Good to have you, Commander.
Because you have that crash Type 9 up there with the unstable data core. Nobody knows what the hell to do with that thing. Nobody has any idea what the hell that purpose of that unstable data core is. It's heavily guarded in Colonia, that crash site, and it speaks about Thargoids, and it speaks about experimentation and kidnappings. So in other words, it talks about theft, talks about Thargoids, and it's heavily guarded. I mean, skimmers, Goliath skimmers. I have to go up there and get a bunch of dumbfire rockets and just go to town on that. The problem is those Goliaths and stuff sometimes do respawn. It's definitely going to create a challenge to steal that thing. But I like this because you remember in the Dark Wheel where Jason had told Alex, like, never travel without something in your hold. You know, it was something along those lines of, like, you know, only a fool travels without cargo in the hold, you know. It was something along those lines.
It's wasted time.
It's wasted time, but the other thing is that it increases the difficulty of your mission because you have to deal with pirates.
Right.
Yeah, Whelan, I totally agree on that, man. That would be excellent. I was actually thinking about that the other night, and I was thinking about how that may not be a good thing. Because let's say, for instance, there is something that can be acquired that there's only, like, say, maybe one or two or a handful of, and somebody goes and stashes it in their storage compartment, and now it's stuck with them. That could be what stops them from doing that. I don't know, but it would definitely create an issue if things like that were to occur. Although I'm all about having storage space. It makes no sense that we can't store things places. It's just ridiculous, quite honestly. I mean, I can go pay, you know, $20 a month at my local storage facility and store all sorts of crap in it. So yeah, I'm acquiring all the rare goods that I came across in this journey. All the systems, you know, Altair, Delta Pavonis, Aganepe Rush. Now, Altarian Skin. What is Altarian Skin, you may ask? Altarian Skin is a small colony of brightly colored microorganisms form a mesmerizing, ever-changing fashion statement. Capable of self-sustaining, the colony will feed on dirt and skin flakes, keeping the wearer clean and healthy. When mature, the microorganisms lose their bright colors and excrete a heady, natural perfume. Sweet.
Ew.
A heady, natural perfume. I like it.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Now, I did notice up in Colonia, I was looking at megaships using the manifest scanner, and I was noticing that in Colonia, which I believe is an agricultural, I think it was in Colonia itself, I actually found these Apiornis egg up there, a rare good inside their cargo hold, amongst other things. But that comes from 47 SETI, which is in the bubble. I actually found quite a few things. Quite a few things up there. Okay, we gotta go to Deso to get some Deso Makhorn. We have to go to Sotheby's. Got the bourbon. Let's try Deso. How far is Deso from us? Now, I'm a big fan of looking at system descriptions. I would highly suggest when you're at certain places you take a look around at for these things. Altair, very high humidity and native life make this an interesting place to visit. Many exotic foodstuffs are grown here. The scenery is strikingly beautiful, though the wildlife can be a little dangerous. It was also known as Alpha Aquile in ancient times. The elite rebel force are based here, and a group of mercenaries and bounty hunters. They are removed. God, my reading can be so horrible sometimes. They are renowned for being both helpful and deadly. Deso. Oh, that one's pretty far away. We're gonna go somewhere else first. I'm sure. It's not very far away, really. It's like 2 jumps, but you know what? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, we'll go to Deso. Let's do it. Alright, we are down to Only 6 slots of cargo left. I'm probably gonna have to start just buying one of each thing.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach is good. You may leave when ready.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see how transporting all this crap will affect me.
All clear. Have a safe
Mission
trip,
difficulty.
Commander.
Let's see.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be opposed to going to Polaris and trying that experiment, though. I mean, it's risky, you know, lose my sensor, or my probe, sorry. That's the most difficult thing to get out of all of this shit. Took me about 20 attempts to find one. What's up?
I've been playing with Galaxy Map filters, and I recommend you try Star Class and only have the last 3 classes selected, and then go and have a look in the bubble.
Yeah.
It's an interesting distribution of stars from that category, and also the naming kind of interesting.
Wait, say what star class again?
So Wolf-Rayet, white dwarfs, and other non-sequence stars. The last 3 without apply filter to root.
Okay. Let me get parked, and then... Wait, not Stephenshire Piper, we need... Enter Slowhound. Oh, goddamn, where the hell is this at? Let's pull it up. We are looking for Schniffelport. What?
What now?
I'm looking for a station. Which does... The hell? Deso. Shifnal Port. I don't see a Shifnal Port. And that's where you're supposed to get this rare good. What? Is it gone? Wait, we are in Deso, right? Oh, we're not in Deso. So you got 1 jump to go. I'm like, how's something's going on here? Whelan, it is too early to say where we will be going in Colonia, but I can tell you that it's tied to H.P. Lovecraft. It's also associated with Maya B, and well, in a roundabout way, it's related to an eyeball. But yeah, too early to say. Other than that, we're going to Colonia with these things. I don't really know that the rare goods are even a matter, but it's like, whatever. I got nothing else to do, might as well. We're looking for... Look at that, DSO 5C permit locked. Shifnal Port. permit locked planet here.
Yeah, indeed. So there's one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I talked about this with you, but I think in canon we were talking about possible like signposts or something to signal the pattern, which would kind of indicate that you're on the right path of the journey, is going in systems that have one planet that's permit locked. So Sol, Diesel, Lave, and these are all systems from the original Elite games.
Right. Right.
There's another thing they have in common.
Yeah, no worries, Whelan. If it's like all the rest of this journey, it ain't gonna result in crap. But you don't know until you try. And actually, I need to visit some of these. Before we leave, we are definitely going to hit up some Taurus beacons here. First, we go get this stuff, though. So, oh man, yeah. DSO's history, DSO this, DSO that. I'm surprised I haven't come in here to get those Taurus beacons yet. That was really silly of me. Also, now that I think about it, I don't even know that I did the ones in Altair. God damn it. Sometimes I just irritate myself so bad in terms of not being as sharp as I know that I need to be in this whole process.
Delacy, Golf, Uniform Romeo. Welcome to this Alliance facility, Commander. Hope we can be of service.
Oh,
Access granted. Head directly to docking bay 30.
Can be of service. Oh, I like that DSO's an Alliance. This is an Alliance facility. You were talking about the Alliance and how they appear to be in line with things. You know, we had talked about that.
Closest we have as an in-game democracy.
Right.
Landing gear deployed.
Contact confirmation. Pad restraints engaged.
Yeah, I do like the vocal clarity of the Alliance stations. They're much they just have a different. There's just something
Soothing.
about their vocals that is different than other places, and I don't really know how to explain that. It just sounds like they just sound more authentic, is what I mean to say. Okay, we are going to go to these Taurus beacons. Come on now, only 2. Okay, that's good.
Did you see Wagar's latest Twitter posts?
No, what's he saying? So watch out for that
Bert.
Guru 951 fucker. He's almost onto it.
Yeah, he's gonna host a stream tomorrow, in which apparently he's gonna present us some information, which seems
Landing coupler
allegedly new
deactivated. Be wary
information
of traffic on
he
your way out.
got via email from someone. Not sure.
He got an email from someone?
Yeah, he said if you check out his tweets, he just out of the blue posted that he got an email, something about Blackslaw, that he needs to confirm, and if it checks out, he's gonna talk about it during my live stream.
Interesting. He got some sort of lead or something.
Yeah, who knows?
And
Might be nothing.
right. Whelan, you are I don't know if I should say Waylon or Whelan. I'm gonna say Waylon, like Scott Whelan. You are absolutely correct. You don't know till you try, and if it doesn't work out, then we shall see, shall we? Piso de Lanes. Oh, that's right. This one's be good. As we get both of them. Come on, baby. Oi. Oh, he wants my cargo. Too bad, bud. It should. Oh, here he comes. Too late, bud. Haha! Right as he interdicts. Whoa.
Flight assist off.
That's let's get a move. Oh shit. Oh, Whelan. Okay. Oh, Whelan. I'm not even gonna try to do a Scottish accent. Format installation. Lave radio signal booster. Interesting. Leasty. I believe Leasty has some rare goods too. What are they though? Leasty. Oh, George Lucas Station has Azure Milk. Azure Milk. Alpha Centauri. Fast Monkey. Let's see. Chi Eradani. Marine paste. No. Let's go to Leasty, and it's Azure Milk. That's what it's called. Got milk, got gin. Let's see what Azure Milk is. Harvested from native mammals found in Leasty, this highly nourishing and rehydrating drink is favored in arid and desert worlds.
That's a nod to the Star Wars. What was it? The Last Jedi,
It is, isn't it?
where Luke milks that fucking thing.
Oh, I
And
need
the
it then.
milk-
I need it.
The milk is bluish.
Yeah, I need that. Big time.
Fuel scooping complete.
Galactic investment. Really? At least he has to do. Okay, I definitely need that, dude. 100%. Let's go to Leasty's history. What did I say? Leasty what? Leasty is free. So what I just read. Nice, dude. This might be my first time in this, in that, station, the George Lucas station. Dude, I'm so down, dude. Oh, I need it. You are hearing Commander Puffler, correct?
Hey, Willem. How's it going?
Fellow nomad. One of the only remaining ones, to be true, to be honest. Active, anyways. Or is it? Or is he?
Or is it?
Or is he?
Are we?
Or are we?
Don't know if you noticed, but I had another tweet exchanges with Sally.
Oh, okay.
She posted something about crystalline spiky things in the stellar phenomena, and I asked her if there was any, if the space-based spiky things were somehow related to the crystalline spikes on the planetary surfaces.
Right.
And her answer was something like, it was like a GIF, however you want to call it, with
Okay.
caption, "It's time for science," or something like that. You can check it out. But
I
to
like
me,
her, man.
that kind of
She's cool.
sounds like a hint that there's something we can actually maybe investigate about that.
Right.
I haven't yet found any connection between those, but, well, I haven't found any stellar phenomenon or surface spikes, so...
Yeah, I haven't either, man. Those things are... Oh, yeah. Whelan says, hello, greetings from Norway.
Hey, good place to be.
You know, sounds pretty nice.
Currently working with people from Norway. They're really cool people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some pretty good Norwegian friends in my gaming life. Quite a few.
Surface scan complete. System scan complete.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, those crystalline shards are a thing. Now, they're really... I've been all over the place, man. I ain't ever seen those things at all. So they're rather interesting for sure. Wait, did I already do this one? I didn't do this one. I did not. Now, you remember Remember the old school Dark Will missions they had? They said there was some sort of crystal that you can get that wouldn't show up in your inventory. The more of these you had, something
Higher
Raxla.
value.
It was something about you needed them to find Raxla. Or it was definitely
No,
implying
no.
something
It was
along
nothing
the lines.
that direct. It was somehow hinted that, or I think it was in the item description that
I'm not playing it open. No way in hell.
I'm an open.
I'm. Oh, Puffler is not me.
Well, with the Phantom that has almost 600 meters per second boost speed
Oh,
and
yeah.
constant boost capacity, I really don't care.
Right.
Some expert combat player tried to, interdicted me yesterday, and it was fun seeing them struggle.
He got too many guns, too heavy.
It was I think it was actually a chieftain, but that ship is really slow compared to the Phantom. I was basically running
DeLacy
circles
Golf
around him.
Uniform Romeo.
Nice.
Welcome to this Alliance facility, Commander. Hope we can be of service. Request approved. Head directly to Docking Bay 3A.
Oh yeah, at
all I
least he
have-
is also Alliance, like Diesel.
All I have on my ship are a couple of beam lasers, some multi-cannons, and Chieftain was all plasma accelerators and pacifiers and everything.
Everything he has to
And,
get like direct hits.
And I kept running circles, and
Please restrict your
like,
speed
and
while
since
in
I'm
and
a
around this
douchebag, I
facility.
kept telling them, you can still run. I'm gonna let you leave. And the guy was like, "No, dude, I still have some hull left."
Touchdown successful. Clear for system shutdown.
Oh man, there are how many books are like official canon lore books? Like
You can
official
check.
books?
You can check the Frontier store.
Oh, there you
They're
go.
all there. They're all there, and all of them are canon, so to speak.
Okay.
So they're official Elite lore, and in addition, I think the Elite Dangerous RPG, not sure how it's officially called, but the RPG, the officially licensed RPG game, also comes with kind of a lore book that has some additional info on top of everything that's described in the books.
Huh.
And just for your I don't know, reference, if you're hoping that reading the books will help you find Raxla, consider this. I think I have a quite firm belief that the children of Raxla know most of the books by heart
Right. So it
and
seems like.
all the official lore. So if they all know all that and haven't found it yet, I mean, of course, you can always try new angles, but don't get your
Incoming
hopes
message.
too high. The books are definitely interesting, though, if you're into reading, especially. Some of us are not really into it, but
Yeah, Puffler reads the books pretty extensively, it seems. I do not. I just kind of do. Yeah, you should check that out right now.
I finished the first book from Wagar. I think it was Reclamation. Yeah, I finished Reclamation, and I've started reading Premonitions, but kind of lost interest because it has a lot of player created events. Like back when the whole Salome mystery was unfolding, there was an event where some player groups attacked Imperial capital ship, which allegedly had Denton Petraeus, power play figure, aboard, and that that whole thing played into the Salome story, but that's not something I'm particularly interested in while looking for Raxla. So I think they're quite well written. Wagar has a cool style, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I got what was it the first one? Premonition, right?
The first one is Reclamation.
Reclamation.
Second
That's
one
the
is
one I
Premonition.
bought.
Premonition.
My problem is I don't read fiction. I'm not a fiction. I read nonfiction. That's like it's just like fiction. Just kind of, I don't know, just something about it. I just can't do it. Makes me fall asleep. So I made it a pretty good amount of way through the book, but I haven't finished it myself. So I kind of just do kind of cliff notes, trying to summaries, looking for summaries and poking other people's brains for people who have read it. Hey, what's up, Rav? How you doing? All right, I'm gonna read these Taurus beacons. Deso's history, first explored in 2422 by an exploratory mission from Lave. Deso was found to contain a rich indigenous ecosystem, topped by a dominant species of rotund, feline-like creatures with rich black fur called Delines, or Delines. Human
What
settlement
was
began.
the year again? Sorry.
What was that?
What was the year again? 24 something?
2422?
Oh, that's almost 100 years after the first mention of Raxla.
Yeah. Human settlement began around the equatorial regions, and within 10 years, colonists had discovered the planet's potential for agriculture. Inhabitants quickly settled into the planet's rural way of life, adjusting to a slower pace than the more industrial economies nearby. The indigenous Delines were driven from the equatorial regions by human settlement, but are still common in the colder, higher latitudes, where they prey predominantly on various ground-dwelling scavengers known as drats, a collective name for the various rat-like creatures hated by humans for their effects on their crops. Which is interesting, because if you go to Colonia, they do have, I think it's 2 systems that are named after rodents, which is odd. In the early days of Deso's settlement, the Delines were hunted, as they had attacked and killed human children from time to time, and in some areas they were very nearly wiped out. In the following years, the resulting drat plague destroyed crops over the vast areas, so humans decided to tolerate the Delines and fence them out of human settlements instead. Today, Deline pelts are highly prized, particularly the rich pure white pelt of the much rarer polar Deline, an almost bear-like animal, but nevertheless closely related to the temperate Delines. Delines are still hunted for sport, but this is controlled, and such hunting has become a profitable tourist activity. Listi's history. The first colony fleet arrived in 2413, setting up mining facilities, processing plants, and domes to protect the workers. As time passed and the colony expanded, the volume of useful metals promoted organizations to locate some manufacturing plants on Listi. By the end of 2400s, Listi had become a popular source for the fruits of both the mining and manufacturing industries there. By the 2700s, the Wild West feel of Listi was beginning to recede. Corporations took over the mining interests, and with the corporations came the strict security of corporate rule. Mastopolos Mining became the main corporation operating in the system by the 3100s, as it acquired many of the smaller mining interests. Listi became a popular waypoint during the 3100s for novice traders to find their space legs.
Oh,
Shit. Moderately profitable Listi Deso run provided the tripartite conglomerate. What? The tripartite? What the hell's that? Provided the
by the way, Mastopolis Mining has its own codex entry, so if you're interested, you can check it out.
Oh.
It's under corporations, yeah.
Oh, good to know. Okay. Okay. The moderately profitable Listi Deso run provided the tripartite? What the hell does that mean? Tripartite conglomerate with more than adequate food and agricultural supplies, while the return journey provided Deso's populace with computers and components. Listi is free. Commander Schlack reports that on September 6, 302, AEDC returned this system to the control of the independent Listi for from a year-long domination of the system by the ruthless Justice Party dictatorship. The nefarious acts funded by the cells of Listian evil juice were put to an end. And what was that? Mastopoulos, huh?
Mastopoulos mining, yeah.
Let's go to our codex. Let's go to knowledge base. Go to corporations. Mastopoulos mining. Let's add to that to the playlist and we'll just play it.
Corporations. Mastopoulos Mining. 300 years of reliability. In 2951, an imperial senator named Gia Mastopoulos helped an imperial group wrest control of a key set of mining rights from a federally backed partnership. Mastopoulos later took direct control of the mining operations, and under his and his daughter Nia's guidance, the company rapidly expanded. The Mastopoulos family was already held in great esteem for its patronage of the arts and loyalty to the empire, and many Imperials were more than happy to do business with them. Accordingly, it was within the empire that Mastopoulos gained the most ground, though the company also established operations in several independent systems. Much like the empire itself, Mastopoulos has been under the control of a single dynasty for centuries. Rather than adopt conventional marketing strategy, it has opted to focus its corporate spotlight on the individuals in charge, thus capitalizing on the imperial cultural regard for people of taste and status. The Mastopoulos family are trained from birth to play the part of charismatic aristocrats to the full, acting as ambassadors not only for the company, but for the empire. In particular, they seek to demonstrate the viability and humanity of the imperial way of life as a direct ideological challenge to the Federation. The company's current head, Gabriela Mastopoulos, has gone out of her way to ensure that any slaves working for the company are exceptionally well treated. She also earned plaudits for a prisoner reform program that offered imperial prisoners at Jennings Hollow the chance to become corporate slaves, and to earn a generous performance-related bonus. But despite the popularity of this gambit, Federal and Alliance citizens were quick to point out that a slave is still a slave, regardless of the generosity of the owner.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate that tip there about that. Corporation. Yeah. He's Rav says he's on Xbox, but yes, he is.
Yeah, I have the chat window popped out, so
okay, cool,
so I can see them.
Evil Juice.
Cargo
You guys up
hold
to anything
at
in
maximum
particular,
capacity.
What else is here? Aren't there two? At least he has a couple. At least he an Evil Juice and Azure Milk, which I've gotten both of now, correct? And there it is. Azure Milk, got it. Evil Juice, got it. Full cargo hold, so I'm going to have to sell some of this stuff eventually. Where to next? George Lucas Station. Let's see here. Oh, that Apriornis egg. Piornis egg is 47 SETI, but I don't see why I would need to go there. And there's actually 2 rare goods out of 47 SETI. SETI rabbits and the Apriornis egg. Phoenicia's palms, no. truffles, corn. Eden, apples of Ariel.
Guru's actually gathering some stuff in preparation for the Thargoid invasion, so he has like one of each rare commodity, you know? Because after the Thargoids are gonna wipe everything out, we're gonna still need rare commodities, and this way, they can make babies, multiply. And we'll have more rare commodities.
Oh man, that's good stuff right there. Okay, so I'm prepping for a mission, Solar, in which I'm going to Colonia. The rare goods are not really, I don't really think they're super of importance, at least not all of them. But primarily I really wanted this Thargoid probe, sensor, and unknown link because I want to experiment with them in Colonia. I have specific systems in mind, which I'm not going to reveal until we get there. But, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to go there and see what's up, man. And see if this works. But I do want to acquire all the rest of the rares, the ones that I find to be interesting. Now, 36 Ophiuchi. Let me see. Let me bring this up real quick. 36 Ophiuchi is... Who is 36 Ophiuchi Future? One sec. Okay, go back to that. I believe 36 Ophiuchi is one of the systems that has Soul Workers Party in it. Let me see. I'm gonna bring that up real quick. EDDB. Actually, I just pop it into my navigation. Soul Workers Party is only in about 4 systems. Soul being one of them. They're in the station that orbits Mars. Or is it 70 Ophiuchi? I think it's 70 Ophiuchi, now that I think about it. It's not 36. 36 Ophiuchi. Soul Workers Party. Okay, we are definitely going here then. We need Ophiuch Xeno artifacts, which are... These strange sculptures are believed by some to have been created by a now extinct ancient sentient race. Others have theorized that the sculptures are a natural formation caused by local weather patterns. Most economies agree that there are massive profits made from the gullible and wealthy collectors. Yeah, we definitely are going to get that, my friend. And we need to go to Kazakhstan Dock, which is very far away. Alright, I guess we're in for a long trip. Damn it. It's going to make us go all the way down there, you jerk, dude. That is so far. And I got all this cargo, which means I have to be attentive the whole freaking time. Alright, well, I guess this is going to take up some time. We'd have some discussion in that time, I guess.
Are you also planning to try to get salvage rare stuff?
Retracted.
Ship coupling disengaged. Your way is clear to depart.
There
Because
is...
there are some interesting things you can't really buy. Like the SAP 8 core.
Right, I was
Which
wondering
is-
about that. I was considering this.
Yep. But that one's gonna be a challenging one to get, because you're gonna have to pirate military convoys of elite corvettes and
Clearing the station.
convoys.
Starguard looks forward to receiving you again.
Which is not happening. Which is not happening, dude.
Well, sometimes there are lower class ships, but if you really want to get a hold of them fast, you're gonna challenge the big guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
System scan
My
complete.
problem is I got how much? 32 tons of cargo.
Hey, who knows? Maybe that's the secret test of courage. Hmm.
Yeah, right. It could be. I should have thought about that before all this. Ugh. Oh God, it's five. What's it? 4.5 million light seconds out. God dang it.
And imagine doing it in a Cobra.
Yeah, right.
Balls of steel, yeah.
Pretty much. Let's start. Alright, here we go. 0.14 light years. Let me see if there's any Taurus beacons in here I need to get to, though, before I go down there. None. Let's check my list twice, make sure. Man, that's a big system, dude. Off we go. The systems. Oh wow, okay. First map, first map, first mapped. Map, mapped, mapped. Of course this is all mapped. There's no way in hell it's not. No 8 moons of a gas giant anywhere. Okay. Oh, this is gonna take a little while. Sit back and relax. All right. A little tired. What time is it there for you?
It's 10 p.m.
Dang. Black hole to black hole, new wormhole. Photons of Hawking radiation emitted by black holes. Let me check. We're jamming, we're jamming. Let's go to.
Yeah, the core are also talking about Wagar's post.
Who is?
Core, Children of Raxla.
Oh, core. Gotcha. There's one black hole in this in Colonia. Let me try to see if we can't pull it up. On sequence. Actually, let's just look at. No, let's go back to map. Is that a black hole? No, it's a neutron. Oh, I hate it when it does that. That is a black hole, which I haven't been there? No shit. Neutron class M. That is a black hole. First discovered by TIST. Definitely been mapped. Oh, it's an interesting little system, isn't it? It's a pretty rare formation there, a black hole, for a black hole system. That's for dang sure. Are there more? So I think it's a neutron. Neutron. I'm surprised I haven't been to that black hole system. Magellan is a neutron. Yes. Neutron. Black hole. What? Okay. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, so there's the one. Man, I'm really surprised I haven't been to these. It's just kind of a letdown on my part. So I want to see if we can see the Pleiades from way out here, and I don't think we're gonna be able to, but that's gonna be the big experiment. Because from a distance, there's Barnard, Witchhead, there we go, the Pleiades right there, right? Yep. Now, note that so it does line up, so that's good. Kind of. So I'm curious if Polaris, Barnard, Witchhead, Pleiades. Yeah, pretty much lines up. Pretty much. Let's just see if
The Pleiades Nebula?
you see what I'm trying to do here
Nope.
in the stream. Okay, so there's the Pleiades lined up with Barnard.
Okay.
Okay, you got Maya B in there. Now, which forms an eyeball. Now it's a little unaligned from this angle. But come on, get over there. I want to see if I can locate the Pleiades from Colonia.
What? You can barely see it from Sol, man. How
I
can you see it
know,
from Cologne?
I know, but so it got me thinking.
Okay.
You know, my fascination with the system Centralis in Colonia. Centralis being a medical term for the area of the eye, a deep depression in the eye where your vision is focused the greatest. You know, focus is the greatest there. And you can create an eyeball out of Maya B.
Hey, you know what?
So it's got me wondering if you enter it from Colonia, if there's something in Colonia which allows you to enter the eye from there. Because remember I was telling you the other day on our stream, on the stream that, and bear with me, I know you're about to say something. Bear with me just a sec. Remember I told you that I dropped in Maya, I had been fooling around, no problem, but as soon as I got meta alloys and I came back and I fucking locked on a Centralis from while having Barnard turn into an eyeball, I fucking locked on Centralis, boom, pirate jumped in, dude. And then I jumped out, I jumped back in, boom, instantly, did it again, and then the cops were there instantly, like it was like pirate cops, and like so fast, dude. And then on the third try, he wasn't there anymore, and he hasn't been since.
Maybe
Despite
he just
the
learned
fact that
his
I've
lesson.
been, I guess it was just weird, man. It was weird. Everybody in the stream's like, "Wait, what? What are you saying, Rav? Apologize." If you hear me saying Rab, it's the ZXAZ. That's
Old friend, huh?
you know. What were you about to say, Puff?
Regarding the alignment with Barnards and the Pleiades, You might want to try it from Delphi or Delphi because that system in particular is not within the nebula, but it's quite close by.
Yeah. I had
So
lined up
maybe
Maya with Delphi, trying to see if he can create some sort of opening or something. You know,
no, I
obviously.
mean try to align the Pleiades with Barnard while in Delphi.
Oh, I get what you mean. I get the meaning. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's possible because of the angle, but
Right.
it might be worth a shot if you're in the area.
Huh.
Funny thing is, if that works, you're gonna have, I think, at least 3 nebulae that align, because there's the Pleiades, Barnards. I think it's the Horsehead that's right behind the behind Barnard's loop, and there are a few smaller ones around the loop, or around the core of the loop. So it may be quite interesting to see what comes out of that.
Yeah. Dude, I am so fascinated with Barnard. All of it. You got the Orion. You got I mean, let's just take a look at that. You know what I find interesting about it though is what's in the Orion nebula. Hold on, the stars within it. That's the compelling thing. I mean, look at this strip of stars that run through it.
Oh, Cupid's arrow.
Man, well, the interesting thing is, like, there's a lot of names. I take that back. There's not that many named systems here, and I mean like actual names. Like you see Lowell, which is funny. That's my father's name. You got Sagan in here somewhere. Let's see, Sagan. There's not that many actual names within this strip of stars. McDivitt, for instance. McDivitt's the first person to ever do a spacewalk. Which is dumb that I didn't go there. That was stupid. God dang it. I got rushed. Or I got excited and ran. You got Sagan. You got Grissom. Grissom died on the Apollo 1 mission. He was the commander of the Apollo 1 mission. All 3 pilots died. But if you notice, most of them are like scientific names. But if you look at the actual names in here, like let's just look up who was Lowell. I bet he was a bet you anything he was a freaking cosmonaut. He's got a lunar crater. He's got a Martian crater. The Lowell crater is a large impact crater on Aeonia Terra in Thaumacia Quadrangle of Mars. So he's on Mars. He's also on the moon. Let's look up who he was, though.
Z, you might want to check EDSM for pristine systems with metallic rings,
There you go.
or systems with pristine metallic rings or something like that.
But who is the name? Oh, Percival Lowell. Percival Lowell was an American businessman, author, mathematician, and astronomer who fueled speculation that there were canals on Mars. He founded the Lowell Observation in Flagstaff, Arizona, and formed the beginning of the effort that led to the discovery of Pluto 14 years after his death. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Who is Court or Ort? Oh, Ort. Shut up, dude. Ort clouds. You familiar with Ort, right?
Oh, yeah, he had more than just the clouds
Jan Hendrik Oort,
discovered.
Dutch
He had a lot of
astronomer who
things.
made significant contributions to the understanding of the Milky Way and who's a pioneer of the field of radio astronomy. His obituary called him one of the century's most foremost explorers of the universe. Life magazine. He has been described as putting the Netherlands in the forefront of post-war astronomy. Determined that the Milky Way rotates and overturned the idea of the sun was at its center. He also postulated the existence of mysterious invisible dark matter in 1932, which is believed to make up roughly 84.5% of the total matter of the universe, whose gravitational pull causes the clustering of stars into galaxies and galaxies into connecting strings of galaxies. He discovered, oh, see? Oort clouds. That is some interesting stuff, is it not? See, I'm bummed, man. I should have went to... Maybe we'll do that before we go. We'll just take all this stuff and we'll go to Orion. And we'll just hit up every star. Every named star, named after somebody within that string. I think I would like to do that. That would be cool. Let's go back to it. Let's go take a look. It better notify me if I get interdicted, dude. That's all I know. So I could pop back in. It's like, you're dead. I think I got my name up here in Messier 78, which is cool because it's like a dark spot on the eyeball. I think, was it this one? Trapezium sector. Not that one. This is Commander Jellyfish. This one. Did I manage to get my name in here? I hope so. Please tell me I did. You son of a gun. You got it all. Nope, not that one. What about that one? Been to all of these, dude. Ah! Bloody Nutta. Nutto. Have not been to that one. Have been to that one. Surely I got my name at one of these. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I went to town on this place. Yeah. Alright, well, either way. So, look at that. I mean, it pierces right through his eyeball. I mean, it's literally the pupil of the eye from Maya. I've been to so many of these, though. Visited stars. Been all the class B's and A's and O's. Although I don't think there's any O's in here, but these are all B's, A's, and O's. Bam, Guru. Yeah.
Well,
boy.
I was thinking about this. If you wanna check out, well, if you're looking for really old stuff in the galaxy, like things from civilizations that were wiped out millions or billions of years ago, you're
Mission
probably
objective
gonna
detected.
want to look first of all around black holes, then white dwarfs and neutrons, and then dwarfs, and then maybe class. Can't remember exactly. I think it's class K of this, or class F. I think it's class K. Class K is I think described as being one of the most, or maybe the most main sequence, the most stable main sequence star. So the bigger ones blow up fastest because of their huge mass and instability. and if they're big enough, they turn into black holes. The smaller ones, if they have enough mass, they're gonna turn into either white dwarfs or neutron stars. And then there's the ones that don't really make it as you know, main sequence or full stars and remain dwarfs. Basically, gas giants with some stellar properties.
Must be behind us.
So,
Mission objective detected. It's gotta be behind us. Yeah, I'm not too concerned with that. OVG. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell some goods to get these goods. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna collect these rares. Then we'll go back to Orion. Avoiding the Pleiades and the whole thing there, so we're not getting messed with by Thargoids. Risking losing this crap. From there, we will then go to Colonia, which will take about 6 hours to do. Let's see if my buddy wants to work for me tonight. I don't necessarily want to work. Not necessarily. It's nice. I'm finally with this new business. I'm about to get about to get started. I'm about to quit one of my jobs. You know what? Can I?
is it finally happening?
It is, yeah. It starts next week. But I worked yesterday with my boss, or with my buddy who's giving me this. He's kind of my boss and my buddy, I guess. So, you know what? I need to work tonight, so I'm just gonna do that. Not there yet. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, dude, I went and helped him build a fence, building the wall, man. And yeah, and dude, my legs are so sore. I haven't landscaped. I haven't done any of this sort of stuff in like 2 years. Any sort of real laborious work, almost 2 years. So my body is.
Did you also make the neighbors pay for the fence?
I think it is for his neighbors. Funny enough, he's building 3 fences.
So it's legit. Okay.
For three neighbors. Yeah, make the neighbors pay for it. We're building a fence. We're gonna make the neighbors pay for it. Yeah, dude, my body. Oh, dude, I am a little out of shape. I've been sitting around fucking playing video games for ever since I quit the job last time. But he paid me $20 an hour, dude. So,
oh,
I ain't mad.
That's nice.
I ain't mad, dude. Worked 5 hours,
Not
give
bad
him
at all.
$100. So,
Yep.
got to sit around, drink a beer, and fucking. It's just great, dude. Like, here's a beer. Fucking, let's drink it up. It was cool. Got to use some power tools. It's always fun. Digging holes in mud, though, that ain't fun, let me tell you. But it's definitely worth it for $20 an hour. Yeah, I'm stoked, man. He hooked me up. We sat down a couple days ago, and he's like, "Oh man, fucking, I got you 9 accounts for your start. So these are my 9 accounts. That'll net me somewhere in the realm of a little over $2,000 a month." business cost is only going to cost me about $300 to $400 a month to run the business. But out here, you got to worry about, with small businesses, you need to make sure you put away at least about 40% of your money for taxes at the end of the year. That's fine, whatever. Anyways, all right, 30 minutes. Is that all? Son of a bitch. Some of these rares are way out there, man. Hut and Mug being the most expensive. Luckily, I already got that in the gin. After this, we will be going to... Let's see. We got Aganippe. Hercules. We'd probably go to Hercules. And that, too, is fucking forever away. Are you fucking kidding me? Available in a variety of textures, this scrub can exfoliate just about anything. I don't really know that I want that or need it.
Are there any rare goods in Colonia?
There are. Colonia has, one sec, I'll pull it up. It has Jacko Quintinian Still. A pocket-sized one-shot distillery handcrafted by the legendary cyborg bartender Jacko. This device is capable of turning almost any combination of liquids into 10 millimeter. 10 ml? What's that? Millimeters.
Milliliters.
Milliliters? I guess, yeah. Of highly concentrated alcohol in just 3 minutes. Hell yeah. I'm gonna find intoxicants, drugs, and stuff, narcotics and stuff are quite a thing. I think we should go get Sothis Crystalline Gold. Have you ever read this description for this one? Check this out. Sothis Crystalline Gold. Mind you, Sothis is ruled by Sirius.
Yep.
So it's a serious commodity.
Serious business. Yeah,
when
right.
gold is exposed to the rare gas coming from the thermal vents on the seabeds of the twin Earth-like planets Sothis A5 and Sothis A6, it forms into a previously unseen crystalline structure unlike any other crystalline gold. Scientists and engineers are only just beginning to discover the technological applications for this rare form of gold. Strange, my friend. Very strange. Yeah, I think it would be good for me not to rush through this whole process and just rush out to Colonia. I really think, well, going to Orion will help me, give me some time to really make sure I'm not missing anything. Because I am a man who likes to rush. When you rush, you forget shit. Delta Phoenicius Palms. I should have just done these off stream, these really long ones, but we're already on the way there, so I'm not going to turn around now. I'm not going to stop. But I will save the other ones for time off stream. The other really long travel ones. Let's see. Twitter. Frontier. I've been digging on how active the Quest for Raxla thread is doing on the forums lately.
And?
It's just not much. Just interesting. somebody posted an image though, and it's showing classic wormhole, which is a black hole on one end and a black hole on the other, and you travel through the wormhole from one to the next. Which is kind of my theory, is that the wormhole we're looking for might actually connect Colonia to Maya. If a wormhole can form between a black hole and its emitted photons, this could solve a tricky problem in theoretical physics. The new wormhole are photons of Hawking radiation emitted by black holes. I'll put up the image in the chat, in the stream chat. And that one is interesting because it's showing that from multiple places that you can arrive at the same location, or use it to go to different locations, I guess. Now, imagine this. Imagine we do one day find that Maya B is a portal, right? That we could use it to travel places. Now, let's say, for instance, that we find that it's not just Maya, but it is like all black holes can be used in it. If we could figure out a way to use it now, and they all lead to different places. You just have an infinite galaxy of galaxies. Yeah, I feel you, dude. Raph says he feels like he doesn't. It feels like FDev doesn't understand how grindy this game is. You know, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I understand that the game is grindy, and the grindy sucks, dude. And we gotta lead lives, like real lives. You know, we got families, and you know, I don't want to sit at a computer all day. Not everybody wants to sit in front of a computer all day and do this sort of crap. I totally get that. Like, it's a little demanding. You know what I mean? And if you're a person who doesn't have much time or doesn't have a huge interest in the game, then, dude, you're really not going to get anywhere, you know? Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. But at the same time, it's a simulation of our own galaxy, you know? It's a simulation of our future. And if this was supposed to be, if this was like real life, imagine how long this sort of crap would take. You know what I mean? It would probably take much, much longer. So I don't know how to feel about it, is what I'm getting at. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, it's nice to have the grind done, you know? You're like, cool, I'm a billionaire. I got all my mats, got all my tools and toys and technology. Once it's done, it's like, okay, you kind of get a sense of freedom. I mean, I still have to go and, like, go get iron. I ran out of iron while killing Thargoid scouts, just repeatedly synthesizing ammo. But it's, and my money's getting kind of low. Where am I at in money anyways? $500 million, sorry. Not good, dude. Not good at all. Yeah. Well, you know, the cool thing about it is if we do find a connection between Colonia and Maya, well, that'll cut out a lot of travel time, won't it? Yeah. Yeah, don't know what to think about it. Now, in terms of like going places in game, I'm trying to think of like how to formulate my thought on this, my opinion. Going places and acquiring things like rare goods, for instance. I'm wondering if having these rare goods in your hold is the equivalent to having the technology on board. So let's say, for instance, we go to Sotheby's, we get this crystalline gold, which supposedly has some potential mysterious engineering qualities and technological qualities, might do something. Could that be equated to, like, that your ship now has those technologies on board, and if you reach the right place and do the right thing, that you wouldn't be able to do it if you didn't have those on board? Or if it's a matter of going to places and it's some sort of a, how to put this, if it's supposed to be some sort of learning process. So if it's like, there's no way for the game to know that you've learned something, but if you go to a system that's associated with a certain subject matter and you scan that system, maybe stock, maybe make a transaction or something, or at least just go into the system, would that be the equivalent of, like, you have learned this thing? But in order to solve the puzzle, you will have to have learned this thing, this lesson, and without it, they'll be like, no, you're not going to get the secret missions, you're not going to get the access to Dark Wheel or anything like that. You will not have passed the tests because you haven't learned these things. For instance, we go to Orion and we go to Ort, the system Ort, and that has to do with the dude who is just incredibly smart and knows all sorts of shit about astronomy. Would that be the equivalent of us having learned that part? It's like the Dark Wheel saying, you can't come in until you're smart enough. It's kind of, I don't really know that I'm really putting this right, really, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm saying, I hope. Cool thing about Orion is the majority of stars there throughout that strip is just scientific names, somewhat seemingly irrelevant. But I can't tell you how much crap I've learned through this whole experience, man. It's just a wealth of knowledge, man. Wealth of knowledge. It's kind of like reading a book, Kind of like reading a book. Can't wait for this part to be done. See how far away from Sotheby's we are. Pretty far out, if I remember right. Yeah, it's a distance. Look how far Sotheby's is, dude. What the hell? 500 light years. Polaris. Let's take a look at Polaris. Let's look at visited systems around Polaris. First of all, it is a Class F supergiant and a Class K. Let's look at map, visited stars. Every star within 30 light years, dude. Every single one within 30 light years. Wait, I've been here, right? Better have been there. I have not been to there, but that's not within 30 light years. Trippy. I was looking back over my my Guardian grind and looking at all the visited systems on that. Dude, that's so insane, bro. It's so insane how many systems I managed to pull out of that. Minutes out. This is good. This is real good. and not all, biggest challenge is going to be to get that unstable data core and not die. It'd be fine if I die in my SRV. It's not going to be fine if my ship gets blown up. But I'll have to save one empty slot in my cargo for that. Let's see, what next? Who is Holva? Wiki. Anything in the wiki for Holva? Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Translate to English. Kind of dessert. Oh, what was it? Dish. Hold the dueling blades. Let's see. Finest blades money can buy, putting art into death. Forged from the purest alloys and available in a range of traditional and modern styles. Ceremonial and combat blades are available. Huh. Delta Phoenicia's palms, a truly organic pest eradication tool. These sterile plants can only be grown from cuttings. Their pollen is lethal to most insectoid life forms. Historically, it used their body as a host to germinate. Note, may cause hallucination if workers are overexposed. Hell yeah, I need that. That's in Delta Phoenicius. And that is very close. Yeah, we're going to pick those up. Let's look at Delta Phoenicius. Where is that? Pretty close by, I think. Pretty close. Surprisingly, I have not been there. I'm gonna fix that. Avalon. What's in Avalon? I forget. There's something in Avalon. Persephone Station. That's right. And Noctilux. Yeah, dude. Okay, Noctilux. This is an interesting thing. So you remember how, okay, so on that whole trek that I came across Maya B, and we started using it to like zoom in to Andromeda and all that, right? You still here, Puff? He is not. Okay, so on this whole journey, now notice Noctilux. It's right next to the Persephone Station. Okay. In Avalon. Alright, so here's the thing about the Noctilux. So, in the journey we came across this feature, you know, Maya B using it to what is it? Cooperative interchange systems. One sec, trying to get myself and that was like a zooming in telescopic feature type thing. And then we came across the Persephone with Noctilux. Now, Noctilux is a type of lens for a camera. It's a very, very expensive lens for the Leica. I believe it's Leica cameras. Let me see here. Let me bring it up. Noctilux. It is a, yeah, it's for Leica. Leica is one of the most, like, awesome camera manufacturers on the planet. World's fastest spherical lens. Precision in the night. Extremely shallow depth of field at open aperture produces portraits and detailed studies of unequaled aesthetic effect. The result is astounding image quality comparable to the blah blah blah, which is considered the best standard lens ever produced. Even the light from one candle can be sufficient for handheld photography. So it became another lens. and I'm trying to recreate the story of Persephone and all this sort of stuff. So it was interesting that it to me kind of implied that you need to look a little closer. With Maya, we were looking very far across the galaxy, and when we came across Avalon, the Persephone station, and the Noctilux station, it kind of, to me, felt like it was implying you need to look a little closer. You need to zoom in a little bit. Oh, you're just back, huh? You just missed all that.
Yep, sorry. What's up?
No worries. I was talking about how the Noctilux, so the system Avalon has a station called Persephone. And next to Persephone has a station called Noctilux. And Noctilux is like one of the best camera lenses on the planet, basically. It's made by Leica. And Leica is the best camera manufacturer in the world. And how I was kind of under the impression that, like with Maya B, we're looking really far across the galaxy, trying to look outside it and pull it in closer, like telescope. Whereas the Noctilux is kind of, in my mind, was kind of implying that you need to look a little closer. I don't know, but it's just strange. If you look up look up Noctilux in Google, you only get one result, and that is that lens. And it's right next to Persephone, so. In Avalon is it's Welsh, literally meaning the Isle of Fruit or Apple Trees, sometimes written Avalon or Avilion. It's a legendary island featured in the Arthurian legend. It appears pseudo-historical account. The history of the kings of Britain is the place where King Arthur's sword Excalibur was forged, and later where Arthur was taken to recover from his wounds after the Battle of Camlan. Avalon was associated from an early date with mystical practices and figures such as Morgan Le Fay. It is traditionally identified as the former island of Glastonbury Tor. The island of apples, which men call Fortunate Isle. Fortunata Couture gets its name from the fact that it produces all things of itself. The fields there have no need of the plows of the farmers, and all cultivation is lacking except what nature provides. Of its own accord, it produces grain and grapes. Oh, interesting. And apple trees grow in its woods from the close clipped grass. Grain. Persephone is the goddess of grain, and she is an Avalon. The ground of its own accord produces everything instead of merely grass, and people live there 100 years or more. Their 9 sisters rule by a pleasing set of laws, those who come to them from our country. Pleasing set of law. Their 9 sisters rule by a pleasing set of laws, those who come from the country. Connection to Glastonbury. That's an interesting system, man. I'm gonna take a stop by there on the way back. Or on the way. Oh, 9 minutes out. Exciting. What do we got here? People been digging on my tweets lately, man. I'm digging it. I like it. I like it a lot.
What's that?
My tweets. People been liking them. Down with that. I wonder what would happen if you took Delta Phoenicia's palms, which are Their pollen is lethal to most insectoid life forms, and you were to drop it next to a Thargoid. Curious if they would get pissed off.
But they're not some insectoid life forms. I mean, it took weaponized mycoid to actually deal damage.
Yeah, you need
So
a
I'm
weapon.
guessing things that usually occur naturally don't really, or it doesn't really inflict like any kind of considerable damage to them.
Right.
They had millions of years to adapt to this galaxy.
True. Rav, I don't think you could buy Paynite. You have to mine it.
Yep, pretty much.
You gotta mine it. I'm trying to think of where I went to get Paynite. I would highly suggest if you're new to the mining game that you need to, you really should do a little research on how best to, how to get the most out of your time and efforts. Because if you do it wrong, well, it's gonna take forever to get that. If you're looking for Paynite specifically for, who needs Paynite? Who is it? Not Palin. One of the engineers. Ryder, maybe? I forget.
Selene Gene just needs a lot of refining.
Yeah,
Nothing
Selene
specific,
Gene,
but
that's right.
like I think it's 500 tons, which is insane.
No, you need like 50 tons.
No, you need way
Yeah.
more than that.
No. Hold on. We'll figure this out. I'm pretty sure. Because when I did it, it was definitely not 500. Not that I'm aware of, anyways. Selene Gene. Oh, you need to mine at least 500 tons of ore. So you just have to do 500 tons of any ore, but you need to give her 10 units of Paynite.
Right.
The cool thing is you don't actually have to, sell that ore. You just need to mine the ore. So as soon as you mine it, it goes to your mine, how much ore you've mined. So you can mine anything. You don't need to collect any of that crap. You just mine it, boom, it's there. 500 tons, very easy to do. In terms of like, you just mine anything. All you got to do is mine everything that you see, and you'll hit 500 rather quick. And then obviously keep the Paynite when you find it. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, yeah. You don't need to sell that. You don't need to haul it or anything. You just need to mine it, and that it goes into how much ore you've mined. So. I think that's what I did. I went out. Yeah, that's right. I just went out and just started mining everything that was mineable, and I got that 500 rather fast. And I think it was only at like 170 when I started trying to get hers. I was only about 170 tons of ore. All right, we are 5 minutes out. This is excellent.
Where are you going?
I'm in 36 Ophiuchi, and I'm going to get these Ophiuchi artifacts. But yeah, the whole trip was far away. I think it took about 30 minutes to fly down here. Mystic Moon Acres. Oh, if you just need the Paynite, though, that's cool. I mean, if you've already got the 500 done, that's good. Should be rather easy. Take a day or so, probably less. Just got to do it right. quite a few of these rares are way the fuck out there, man. Way out there. Kind of like myself. Way out there, bro. You know what I like about streaming on YouTube is that it keeps my audience small, and I kind of like that. Kind of makes me feel like a little tight-knit little group or something, you know what I mean?
As opposed to Twitch or what?
Yeah, you know, it's like, I don't know. I like the idea of like, it's kind of like a little smaller, tight-knit type thing, you know?
Hmm.
I mean, I have one person watching right now. I love it.
Well, Twitch is still a mystery to me, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Basically,
yeah,
it has
I
a higher amount of
understand.
viewers on the streams, that's for sure. It has a higher audience. Larger audience. I'll be right back. Oh, cat out. Kitty. Go. 3 minutes out. Like Waylon might have took off. I don't know who's watching now. Somebody out there has a vendetta against my channel too, I noticed.
How so?
I just get one thumb down per video. Cracks me up.
Maybe they're just looking at their monitor like upside down, so they actually want to give you a thumbs up, but
yeah, right. I'm thinking about maybe creating a YouTube series of missions, or at least a playlist in which will be missions. You know what I mean? And from now on, I just do missions, and then...
well, if you ask me, after everything you've been through with all the journey and stuff, you can basically introduce your own lore.
Ooh, I like
in
it.
addition to the... yeah, you can make... I think you have enough material to make your own lore with hookers and blackjack.
Hell yeah. Hookers! Yeah. Yeah. It would be cool, man. It would be cool. Yeah, I want to go back to that Avalon system today. I'm at 2 hours in my stream. It's not good to go over, but it doesn't really matter either, so... I ain't got shit to do till... for another 6 hours. I mean, I gotta... probably eat
sleep?
somewhere there. No. It's only 2 in the afternoon. I gotta be at work at 8:30.
Hmm.
But I'm definitely not streaming for that amount of time. Here's how, I mean, I'm gonna have to start selling stuff. I got 4 meta alloys, and I'm gonna sell 2 of those to make room for this. It's definitely gonna need to reserve one or 2 slots for the unstable data core in Colonia on my crash ship, as well as might as well get the Colonia rare good too while I'm at it. Jekko's rare good. Still. Man, I'm gonna have so many narcotics on board. It's gonna be funny, dude. It's gonna be hilarious. Hilarious. Welcome to the stream. Whoever just popped in, you're just in time because we just traveled very, very far to this dock here. What's it? How far was that again? That was yeah, 0.14 light years. Picking up some goods. What are we picking up? Artifacts, that's right. Pretty nice day out. Well, probably gonna rain in a little bit. Oh man. Some sunny day. 45 seconds. Oh my god. Just about got it. Do all this so you guys don't have to. Man. If I can just solve the fucking puzzle already, that would be great. If it turns out to be some simple shit that was completely up to FDev to turn the switch on, you know what I mean? Like if they were like,
it's probably gonna be,
which they're like, oh, you know, in the long run it'd be like, oh, that was actually never solvable. We were just waiting on them to activate the DLC or whatever. There's that mission signal source I was looking for.
Or it was not even. I mean, it was there, it was active, but it was just something so straightforward or otherwise simple that nobody actually bothered trying because
Right. Oh god, it's gonna piss me off, dude. Throw the priority on that to 3. We're gonna go check out this thing. See what they're offering. Maybe I already have what they're looking for. Got a trading beacon down here, bro. That means I would have to go agree to it and then do this whole flight again to trade with this cat.
Yep.
That's so fucked. Who would take that? I'll tell you who. I would. No stone unturned, man.
What are a couple hundred light years between friends?
You know?
You've been, what, in a week to Colonia and back? So, might as well just...
To every habitable system in Colonia, too.
You know what you should do right now? Right now. Drop everything you're on. Go to Colonia just to get the rare goods. then come back and continue getting the rare goods from from
Oh
within
my
the bubble.
god, dude.
Then
See,
go
I
back to
should have
Colonia
got
with all
that
of them.
damn data core while I was there. That was
Mission
stupid.
objective detected.
So
And when you're
dumb
gonna
I
go
didn't do
back,
that.
it's not gonna be there anymore. So.
Incoming mission critical message.
Non-lethal weapons, man. You can kiss my butt, dude. Look at that. 45 units. Now they're going to present me with this. This is the one mission, too, that the Dark Wheel's like, you do this one, you're in, bud.
Nobody has succeeded in.
Our meaning was foretold. I've heard that one before, buddy.
Yeah, and it's also they generate the missions generate the NPC to be the mysterious avatar, the
Time left
jammed
20
one.
hours, man. You can kiss. Soul Workers Party, too. Damn it. No. It's Soul Workers Party, bro. They're the ones who fucking are around Mars. They only have 4. They're only in 4 systems, dude. And they're the ones around Mars, dude. Of course. You motherfucker, dude.
Mother fudgers.
Well, I'm gonna have to remember this because I'm not doing this right now.
You have to.
You shut up, dude. I don't
The
think I
Dark
could
Wheel
fit-
is right behind, right
I know what to
after
do.
that mission.
I know what
You
to
have
do.
to do the mission.
I know what to do. Because Soul Workers Party has been interesting to me, and I'm taking the mission, dude. I'm just gonna figure out how to put 45 more tons on here. I think I can get rid of my fuel scoop. I don't need it out here. That'll give me some, and I can take off my frameshift booster. That'll give me some. Yeah, I'm doing it. All right.
Sell the probe.
So, I'm not selling shit.
I have the corrosion resistant cargo rack. I can hold on to them if you need to.
No, we're good. We got it. I'll just the frameshift booster and my fuel scoop will do the trick.
What, you don't trust me?
I trust you. You, I trust. 3 people in this galaxy that I trust. 4, 5. I got 5. 5 people. What, you don't trust me? That's funny. Several people have been like, oh, so you playing an open? It's like, nope. Definitely not. Although it would be funny to do it, right?
Might be your missing ingredient.
You know? They're like, no, you got to do it all again.
But in open.
But in open.
And make sure you don't lose your your cargo.
Yeah.
And there you are with everything collected. One system away from Colonia, and this douchebag comes out of the dark and fucking obliterates you. And you spawn back in the bubble.
Oh man. No way,
Well,
dude.
you gotta get those items back anyway. So
I would just get a grade 5 engineered combat Corvette, and just I would be like, fine, I guess I'm traveling at 15 light year range, dude. Let's go.
no, it just means you have to pay rebuy for a Corvette. Fortunately, plus travel the short range. Did you even see what kind of builds these guys have? I mean, they 2-shot you no matter what you're flying. One shot takes out the shields, the second shot blows you out of the fucking sky.
What, the PvP cats?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
really?
Briefers, especially the psychotic murderers.
What are the primary ships that PvP cats like that gankers do? Federal Corvette, I imagine, right?
I think it's FDL.
Oh, that's the move, huh?
Yeah. Because it's well, the ones that have some self-esteem they use something that's somehow more challenging because the FDL is regarded as being the noob ship. It's kind of overpowered, and if you engineer it all the way, then
Man, I'm really excited about this mission. About this trading mission specifically with this Soul Workers Party.
what if there actually is
Landing gear deployed.
like a dark wheel faction? It's not registered as a player faction at any other station, but the group is there, and it's solely made out of players.
Thrusters offline, deploying ground services.
Yeah. Even maybe FDev employees, or maybe people connected to FDev somehow.
Right. Okay. What to do here? We have 20 hours to complete that mission. Optional internals. Now, I don't know if I want to do this right now is my thing. I think I want to... Well, for one, I need to gather this goods. Let me do that. Oh, 50%. 57% integrity. 50 sad. See, I should have just stole these while I was out in Colonia. What? Can't I? Oh, I'm full. That's right. Okay. Let's sell some alloys. Just gonna buy one of everything from now on. I think I should just start. Just gonna carry one of everything, dude. It ain't coming out of my damn cargo hold anyways. Keeping 2 meta alloys though. Oh, I got those George Pantazas peristicks too. You were telling me about him, and he came across as I was flying one from one system to the next. I saw it. I was passing through it, so I was like, oh wait, and then I looked it up, dude. That's peristicks. I think that's all I need to sell, and it leaves me with 12 slots of free space. Bum 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 bum. Blood Boars, Peristicks, Magnificent Rush, Ear Grubs, Evil Juice, Bourbon, Mega Gen, Meta Alloys, Sea Worms, Deso Meat Corn, Deso Mock Corn, Azure Milk, Hutton Mug, Fiji Artifacts. Wait, what was the other one from George Lucas Station? That was, oh, the Evil Juice.
The Azure or something.
Acquired its name from local security forces claiming that those intoxicated with its powerful liquor seem to be possessed with pure evil. Its for good is legal in all systems except for prison colony systems. I feel like, I don't know that I need that. In theocracy systems, please note that if a system's controlling factor changes, some formerly legal and rare goods may become illegal in the system. If this happens, this rare goods question will no longer be available for sale or purchase. It's a medicine. I don't know that I need that evil juice on board. It just doesn't sound like something I'm supposed to have. I kind of want to get rid of it. And what were you saying about the Azure Milk? That was Star Wars?
Yeah, I think it's I read it somewhere on the forum or on Reddit that it's a nod to the latest Star Wars movie.
Blue milk. First appeared in Star Wars A New Hope. Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's get rid of the evil juice. Okay, that's out. Oh, I should have sold that. Oh, whatever. Was a rich blue-colored milk produced by female banthas. Sentients drank it and also used it in ice cream, butter, and yogurt. It was notably available on Outer Rim planets such as Tatooine, Lothal, Lamu. During a lightsaber training session, the young Ezra Bridger had to protect himself as the astromech droid Chopper kept lobbing jugs of blue milk at him. Blue milk was also a fundamental ingredient in blue milk custard. Is that right? First Hope, though. Beru Lars, played as Shelga Fraser, was seen pouring blue milk into a jug in her kitchen. The shower was on the cutting floor. Oh, Hamill stated that it was lifelong milk with additives. They put blue food coloring in it, and it was really ghastly. Look, if they give me blue milk, you bet I'm going to drink it on camera, because what other chance am I going to get? So there's an indication that I'm an underrated actor. I gulped it and acted like I liked it without vomiting. Huh. Now I'm like, oh, should I have kept the evil juice? It don't matter. Okay, what am I looking for? I got what I came here for, right? Oh yeah, that's right, Raxla. They don't sell a Raxla here though, sadly. Fresh out of Raxla. We are going to achieve that mission at some point today. I'll do that probably off stream though. We're going to Delta Phoenicius, and there was Apollo in the way, if I remember right. Or not Apollo, Avalon. Avalon, oddly enough, is right next to the Persephone system. And where is Wakea? Where is Nysa? Where's Wakea? There's Apollo, not Apollo. That's not what I'm looking for. Avalon, right next to Delta Phoenicius. I like it, dude. Let's go there first. Three jumps. It's about 3 hours. At 3 hours, I'm going to cut the stream, I think. Maybe a little less.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship released. You are clear for egress.
Okay, this is interesting. Found a system. Has the main star.
Flight assist
Quite
off.
small brown dwarf. It's actually smaller than most gas giants found around, and it has 2, 4, 6, 7 landable bodies. Each of them has at least one human base on it, and the last planet is a high metal content world which has a Coriolis station around it. But I couldn't pronounce the name of the system because it's fucked up. But it's interesting. It's a brown dwarf with ice planets and a high metal content world that has a lot of human population in it. Maybe it's kind of a strategic point. It's a federal system.
Yeah. Maybe, man. Soul Workers Party offering me mission, dude. Up in the Ophiuchi. So, if you're unfamiliar with what Ophiuchi is, though, that's the unofficial 13th constellation in the Zodiac. And Ophiuchi was the serpent bearer, dude. He's a master. Let's see if I can pull it up. Master of the serpent, dude. Ophiuchus. I believe that's what he is. Throw it in the chat. Everybody wants to see.
For those with eyes to see.
That's right. Throwing it in the chat. Ophiuchus. So that's the thing, man. This game has like made me like there's no way I would have ever fucking known that without playing this game. Or like any of this mythology, any of that stuff, dude. It's like I had no idea, dude. Serpent bearer, dude. Ophiuchus. I've already been through the whole constellation.